is closed between Shear Road and Fisher. New Hanover 663 closed between Deep Creek Road and Hill Road. There's an accident on 30.
Got like 4 minutes to get to work. It's a 15-20 minute drive. I'm just showing up late. Phone's gonna stay like that. I highly doubt it. That's not gonna work. I wish it would though. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, it's moving already. Oh, nope, I knew it. There we go. He's back over again. I need to like put something behind it in order to hold it up. I got nothing. I don't think I can try that. My wallet may or may not work. Oh, I got a car here. What we're doing? Alright, lift this up. Maybe, most possibly. I put that here. Then I put this here. Almost drove off the road. That was not good at all. That could work. That works a lot better. That holds. You know, it's been a while. Haven't made videos in a few years. I was making edits, and then I kind of just stopped, I just stopped recording my racing. I got like a GoPro, and then I was just riding, the camera mount kept like falling off, and I would never really install it, so I had no race footage to go and post. And I said I was going to do it last year, that I was going to record all the races, and then I was going to have the GoPro set up. So like all the Nationals and Gold Cups I went to, I was going to get videos of them, but I just never hooked the thing up. And I'd always say like some particular race weekends that I was going to set it up for this one. Even I just went down to Virginia a few weeks ago, and I was supposed to record the National down there. I brought my GoPro set up, made sure it was charged up. I was getting ready to just mount it onto my helmet. I think I said that I was gonna buy a mount when I was down there, or when I got down there, I was gonna go set up the GoPro, and I just didn't do it the whole entire weekend. I think I was just focused on racing instead of setting up the GoPro. But hopefully now I actually commit to this, and I'll actually start getting race footage again. I'm gonna start just making like daily videos. So I want to bring back the channel that I never really started. Hopefully the audio on this actually like picks up. I kind of have like the microphone in like a shitty spot. It's like right up against the plastic over here on the dash. Cruising at like 75, I'm doing 20 over. So back in August, I kind of dropped off of racing a little bit. I didn't really travel at all. I might just race like once a week. I just raced at my local track. Like a lot of the big races, they were already like done with, like May, June, July. And I spent like a bunch of money in that time too, just like traveling, all the registration fees, and the Easy Pass tolls in order to get there. I didn't even have Easy Pass, so I was just paying like the full price to go across all the toll bridges. I went into Long Island one time, and I think just to get there, it's like a 2-hour drive. I think I spent probably $100 between the tolls and then just the gas, crossing like 3 or 4 bridges, and they're all like $10 each. And I'm not sure exactly if they charge on the way back or not. I know some of them they do. It's in, and then back on the way out they hit you again. So I had to cut back on the spending from that a little bit, and I figured since I don't really have any like other bigger races that like in the schedule that are like near me, especially when it like came to August and later, that I'll just take it easy. I'll just do like some locals and that's it. But I started riding flats, and I didn't really take it as seriously. I think Gold Cup Finals was either September or October. I kind of just showed up to them. I wasn't even ready. Like, I look back at some of the videos and I actually did all right, but I couldn't even make a semi. I don't think. Actually, no, I made one semi, and I was only did there for 2 days. Maybe I think I made the semi each time. I only did the 2 days. I went to go register at the end of the day on Saturday for Sunday, and then they closed it off. So then I didn't even show back up for Sunday. And I'm lucky I didn't book a hotel room down there, because then I would have just been stuck. I figured to just drive back and forth. I mean, it's not that far. I'm almost at work. I'm like really right around the corner right now. Maybe next time I record in the car, I'm actually going to get my GoPro set up, and I'll put it on the center mirror so you guys can actually kind of see my drive. They canceled my class today because it's President's Day. So I stayed at work a little bit later. It was like, I think, what time is it now? It's like 5:30. Usually I just leave around 4. I'm gonna go do some side work for some people and probably get some dinner. And then I might go riding later on, so you might see that later on in the video. I might go to like one of the local skate parks. Well, a lot of them are actually pretty far away. So while I was in my lunch break today, I started looking at bike parts and trying to figure out like what kind of setups I want to run. I used to mess around with gearing a lot, but that really didn't make that much of a difference. I tried running a 42/16, which is extremely low. I went down like 2 teeth from like a 44 and I was just spinning. I went up a gear to like a 45 at the end of the season, trying to like just train with it for this year. This guy's literally just going in my lane, bro. Anyway, so I saw Answer makes 185mm cranks. I'm like, yo, I might switch to those. Usually when I hop back on the bike after like lifting, I feel like I actually have more like throw in my hip, like more flexibility per se. So I have more like leg extension, and I feel like I'm with longer cranks than what I'm already running now. So I'm already at 180s, so it's only like a 5mm difference that I'm going. It's a 5mm increase. Either it's not going to work out, or I'm either not going to get much benefit from it. Well, I kind of do want to attempt it though. Maybe it'll give me a little bit more out of the gate, and maybe around the track I'll get like more spin. And I tend to have like a good initial snap at the gate, like my first pedal, but I feel like my second and third afterwards, like, I have pretty good timing, but my second and third could use like push, maybe even like my fourth, just the overall sprint. But I usually have good timing out of the gate. That used to be something that I would lack with, so I'd actually accelerate afterwards. But now I have like the opposite, and I tend to like keep my track speed around. I don't really increase anywhere. I don't really go faster. But I feel like the one spot I lose around the track is directly out of the gate, especially in the first turn. And if I could just accelerate a little bit faster, a little bit more quicker, maybe that'll make like just that amount of difference. Just a little bit of increase. It was like $280 for a new crank set, and I think I might just attempt it anyway. Because the other cranks that I have right now, which are Pro Max 180s, I think they're like HF2s. I've had them since the end of 2020, so I'm going on like my 5th season with them, maybe. Maybe it's only the 4th, probably the 5th. And I haven't got new cranks since. I think that's the only bike part I haven't replaced over the years, is the cranks. And there's nothing wrong with the ones I have now, but I feel like maybe I should just change them out. I'm gonna just about getting new 180s, but I want to see what the 185s will do for me. So at locals, I feel like I'm quicker on the track, and then I get to like bigger races, even some of the Gold Cups, like I feel fast. And I get to like nationals, and I'm getting like pulled out of the gate, and I'm like, what the hell happened? Like I feel like I'm a novice. But maybe that'll give me that increase where I'll be able to actually make a quarter or a semi instead of just getting motoed out all 3 days of the national and kind of blow up my money. But I have fun racing them. I don't really get that upset about it, but I would like to actually get somewhere. Maybe I'll get in like a few more laps in when I'm actually racing, and not just like first round and second round. Now, I haven't raced Cruiser probably since October, maybe November. I don't even think I raced it in November. But at some point this year, I want to start racing it again. I kind of cut back on that because when I race Cruiser, I'm doubling the amount I'm paying in race fees, and the class was pretty small to begin with. State series, usually I think I'd have 2 people for 1720 Cruiser. So I kind of cut back, and even the people that are like faster, like Gold Cup 1, they don't race Cruiser that much. They mainly just focus on class. So what I think I'm just gonna do is, and I said this last year, I'm just gonna do the Cruiser at like Gold Cups and maybe some of the nationals. And I picked up the Cruiser originally because at nationals, you know, you think I'd make the main on it. That's what I originally thought too. But no, like if there's 9 riders, like I'm the 9th one. If there's 10, I'm sitting 9 or 10. And I didn't really do like that many nationals with the Cruiser. I think I only raced maybe 2. I didn't do a Cruiser like every single time I raced a national. But when I did, I didn't really have much luck with it. And usually the racks, as I look back at them, I'm like, yeah, maybe I can make it in this one, possibly. I did get close when I went down to East Coast Nationals, where I thought I was going to make it. And I was just chasing this one guy in the second round who I was in front of in the first. I was just chasing him around the track. I was right behind him, but I couldn't get it. And my bike setup with the Cruiser is weird too, because I'm running a 22 3/4 inch top tube with the 65 mil stem. And that's the biggest you can get. And I still feel like it's small, which doesn't make any sense. But it's also because I have the 65 mil stem on there. But then if I went shorter with the stem, I feel like I'm going to feel cramped and hit my knees on it. So I really don't feel like the Cruiser is even for me. I kind of just tried to make it work. My gates are inconsistent because since I have that amount of play with the 65 mil stem, if I pull out of the gate and I kind of just go a little bit left, it completely throws me off. I'll either have like immaculate pulls or they'll just be complete dog. I'll just go left out the gate, or I'll just go right. I'll pull some wheelie to go and try and compensate and try and correct myself from going to the side. I never really had good luck with it though. I tried to get Gold Cup 3 last year. I didn't do the Sunday for the Gold Cup finals because they cut off the registration time, or they cut off registration before I could even sign up for it, which they didn't give a specified time of like when they were ending registration. So I thought I can register like until like the end of the day, almost like midnight. Or I think I wanted to go register directly after the race, and then I just forgot to, and it turned out to be like 7 or 8 p.m. And I went to go sign up for it, and then they closed it off. I'm like, oh, whatever. I mean, I got a 6th on day 1 of like the actual Gold Cup final, not excluding the pre-race. So like the Saturday, I got a 6. I'm like, I'm not really doing much. I don't really have a shot, and I have to pull a first, and I knew I wasn't getting in first place. So I'm like, it's whatever. But I went to go look at the Gold Cup points, afterwards. I'm like, why is my name not even on here? Well, because I didn't fully qualify for a plate. I thought I'd still be on the list. I'd probably be like toward the bottom. But I'm like, I'm not even on this list. I'm like, oh yeah. Anyway, so on from other things. Around, I'd say the end of September, I just got this truck. I picked it up for about $3,000. I wasn't even looking for it. I wanted to get a pickup, and a lot of them were like out of my price range. I was only looking for a vehicle that was like $3,000 or $4,000. I didn't want to get a sports car or anything because there's not really storage in them. But I wanted to get a pickup so I'd have the bed and I could throw dirt in there. I was gonna work on a pump track that I have in my backyard, but I never really got to it. And I had the time here and there, but I didn't want to put money into buying dirt. It was be like $1,000, and I really wasn't in the spot to get that anyway. Because I generally just need to start putting money away. That's mainly what it is. And racing in itself is expensive as hell for me. Between racing, sometimes I go to nationals and race 2 or 3 bikes, and I'm dumping I could spend $500 or $600 easily just on registration fees just for me if I'm doing class, cruiser, and open. It adds up quick. And I won't do anything at those either. Why did they close off the road? I mean, there's a cop car. What happened over here? Is it sticks? Oh, I think the wind took down shit. Oh no, someone drove off. Oh, the telephone pole went down, I think. There's a bunch of sticks. I don't know what happened. It probably blew down some trees. The wind has been pretty strong here recently. And everybody's off. Some jackass is gonna try passing me on the right. Anyway, I forgot what I was even saying. But I bought this truck around the end of September. It was just down the street from me. I just saw it on Marketplace. And I'm like, you know what? Before I bought it, I'm like, I'm gonna go look at it. I'll see how it is. And it had 117,000 miles on it. I knew it had the check engine. They said it's just evap, which I've yet to fix. I still have the check engine light on. I figured I didn't want to replace it. I do, but it's a $30 part, and I've just been too lazy to actually go order it and go fix the issue. It's one of the pieces right by the gas tank that's faulty. It tends to go in the Dodges a lot. And the guy told me it was the exhaust system, which it wasn't, but you could actually smell the fumes in the car as you're driving from the exhaust. And the exhaust was rusted. I think there was like 3 huge holes in the muffler. So he took off, he wanted $3,500 for it. He took off $500 for the exhaust. And I just did the exhaust myself. It's easy. I think I paid like $150 or $200 for the exhaust. Just swapped it on there. Good as new. And then all I had to do was the rear control arms, because the right rear, it had a hole in the lower. So I couldn't drive it. So if I hit like a bump real hard, or if I hit a pothole, the control arm could just snap. It could snap on me as I'm driving. And I basically can't do shit about it. And it was like a $30 part. They did put on the control arms, they put the bolts, the bolt head facing inward. So they built the chassis up and all the suspension, and then they put the gas tank in. So when you want to pull the head out for the control arm bolt, it goes directly into the gas tank. So you either have to drop the gas tank or you have to cut the bolt. And I ended up just cutting the bolt. This is a lot easier than taking out the gas tank and then just to go take out the controller and put it back in. Just a waste of time and energy.